Oh, thank you. Now, just a little bit of admin first, because I've not been here before, and my eyesight isn't so great. Are there any of my ex-husbands in here? Oh, how the fuck do you find your own way here? Honestly, it's so frustrating. My eyes used to be so good, I could see right through them. Now, just because you're really young, don't think it lets you off. I've had my fair share of toy boys. In fact, actually, tell a lie, one of them looked a lot like you. He doesn't now, of course. It's been such a long time since I buried him. I mean, I love my gardening, but worms don't half fuck with your face. Now look, I can see what you're thinking. Wow, she's pretty fit for an old bird. Wonder if she's got any daughters? No. 4 ex-husbands, no kids. 173 cats. So you're probably wondering what went wrong there then. Well, apparently marriage is something you have to work at. And work sucks. Evidently more than I did. 4 ex-husbands, 4. That's a lot, isn't it? People find that fascinating. I found it expensive. I was thinking of making it into a film. I'm going to call it 4 Weddings. It's not finished yet. Anyone here thinking of getting married? It's that engagement season coming up soon? Not now? No. Good, I didn't think so. I got a bit addicted to weddings, it's true. I find weddings a lot like eating a Chinese. Half hour after I finish one, I'm ready for another. I do love a nice wedding dress though. Not one of those big sorts you can hide a fart under. No. Something a lot more slinky and sexy. Until I found mine on my ex-husband. I know. And he says to me, "Love, can you see if my arse looks big in this?" I said, "No, but I can see a big cunt in it." My shortest marriage only lasted 3 months. I know, my chlamydia lasted longer. He was one of the toy boys. He was so much younger than me. We had a Spider-Man duvet. And when we split up, it wasn't just because of the age gap, no. It was when his mates came round for sleepovers. And they all wanted to be in Spider-Man too. But that's the important thing though, isn't it? To keep a marriage together, finding shared interests, things to do together, like each other's mates. Many of my mates ask me, "Why did you get married so many times?" Well, it's like my mum always used to say, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. I mean, she had 4 kids. I'm the oldest. Obviously, I didn't meet expectations, did I? Like at Christmas, that crushing disappointment when you've been hoping for a diamond ring and instead you've adopted a goat. Once upon a time, I asked my dad, "Dad, what would you like for Christmas?" And he said to me, "I just want a nice, loving daughter." So my mum had another baby. He bought me a bicycle saddle, a spare bicycle saddle. At least that way, whatever I was riding in the future, at least I wouldn't get a sore arse. Now, one of the downsides of marriage is that eventually the sex dries up. So I'm having a break from it at the minute. I'm calling it the menopause, which is when your fanny dries up. No, seriously, honestly, it dries it up, the menopause, dries it out like some kind of coarse grade sandpaper and tightens it up so much. It's like trying to feed your cock into an ATM. And that's why it's called the menopause, because it's literally a pause for men. I can finally have as much sex as I want whenever I want. Yay! Thank you. Except I can't. Because I can't get it in. Now look, don't get me wrong. I've obviously had a man in at some point. I know this because of my sex drive. It's been gravelled over. It's just a shame he didn't stop to do the gardening while he was there. Maybe muck out some of the guttering. But you do get to the point where, you know, if a shag really is off the table, I mean, sir, on the table would be nice, but I can't get it in. You think, why don't you just stop playing with your cock and stick the credit card in the ATM instead? I'll settle for a fucking handbag. Thank you very much. I've been great.